Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Glady from Glady's Creations Part 2. And today we're doing a really fun collaboration. We're going to be working with clay and all kind of stuff because we're making s'mores. Yes, we're doing the 12 days of Christmas and today is s'mores theme. Okay, and let me tell you a little bit about the collaboration. It's the 12 Days of Christmas. The host is Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIYs and Jackie from Crafting and Mimi's World. And they put this collaboration together, and today's day 8 where we're going to be decorating and creating things made with the themes s'mores. I always have problems saying that. All right, so let's get on with the project, okay? Because this is a pretty long one. I had to speed it up a little bit. So if you need any information about it, just let me know on the comments below. But here I'm showing you that we're taking some shish kebab sticks, some foam clay, and then we have some foam on the side there, floor foam. All right, and we're creating marshmallows. Easy peasy, roll it out and stuff, and then just stick them onto this to the shish kebab stick. Then we're making the chocolate pieces. So we're just taking a square block here, and then I'm gonna imprint it like if it was chocolate on both sides. Stick the skewer stick in there, okay? And I do 2 of each one, okay, of each thing. And then here I'm taking and making the crackers, okay, the graham crackers, all right? And it got a little thin on the back side there, so that's why I added a little bit. And that's what's good about foam clay, is that you don't need to glue anything down. It sticks, okay? And there you go. I put the little dots in and make that, and I made 2 of those. Here I'm showing you how I make my puff paint, okay? And what I do is, in the end, I don't tell you that in the beginning, but I use 3 tablespoons of the baby powder, cornstarch baby powder from Dollar Tree. Then I use 1 tablespoon of water and 1 tablespoon of paint. But like I said, I had to add 3 more because it was too thin. Here, after I mixed it, it looked thick enough. But then when I was doing these, okay, I'll tell you that in a little bit here. I painted them all white. Now here's where I'm explaining, see, that I had to put in another 2 more tablespoons so the thickness was perfect. So it's 3:1 ratio. Now the way I do the chocolate is I put little dots going round. I start with 3 and then I keep shaking it down until it starts running a little bit down, okay? And you want it to be thick, because if it's not thick, it's gonna run all the way down, and then you're not gonna get the little ends like I did there, and it dries really fast. That's what I like about this. All right, then here I take and I paint all of these white, and then I get foam clay. While those are drying, I take another ball of foam clay and I make it about that thick. And here I had a little template about how big I wanted my cracker to be, okay, and my graham cracker. And so then I take that and fix it up a little bit, and then I do the imprints of the cracker again and put in the little holes and everything, and I make 2 of those, okay? Then let me see, do I show you that I make 2 of them? Oh my goodness, that's why this was so long. I'm sorry about that. And I noticed also that when I was looking at the video, that I do make one of the crackers smaller than the other. You see that? But that's okay. Some crackers are bigger than others, I guess. Then here, I take another ball and I roll it out to look like the melted marshmallow, okay? And then, see, that's going to be set on top of one of the crackers. And then I set this to the side to dry. Oh, no, I paint it first. I painted hazelnut and the crackers and then dark chocolate for the chocolate, okay? And then the chocolate bars. And then here I'm attaching everything together. I put tacky glue with the marshmallow. Then I take my puff paint and I put it all around the edges to make it look like the melted chocolate. And then I place the crackers. Set that to the side to dry. Okay, and that's everything what it looks like after it's painted. Now I take this planter thing, okay, and you get them at Dollar Tree for, well, now they're like $1.75, I think, but I bought that one when it was $1.25 in the summertime. And here I just cut out some prints that I had, and then I paint them all white. After they dry, then I Mod Podge them to the front face of every one of the little planters, okay? And there's me Mod Podging it. Okay. I just show you the one. I don't show you me doing all three of them. But this is what it looks like when it's Mod Podged onto there. Okay. Then I have this little sign. It's a s'mores sign. And I rip the pieces, the edges all apart. Then I take some of burnt umber to fix that little hole in the picture, and I sand this board that you can get at Dollar Tree, okay? And that is the board that I'm going to be using. And before anything, I mark my center in the back because I want to put these little pieces of wood that I got from Dollar General. They're called fire starters, and I put just Titebond glue on the edges and in the center, and then I take some hot glue, okay, to attach it. And I put one on the top and one on the bottom, and I clamp them. Set that to the side. No, I don't set it to the side. I put Mod Podge on the front of it, I think now. Let's see. I'm waiting to see. I guess I show you how to attach the... Okay, yes. All right, so that's the next thing. And I'm also telling you that, okay, that I'm going to be painting it in burgundy. Here it is. Excuse me, I'm sorry. While I let the Mod Podge dry, I go and I paint everything. See, I'm showing you that I'm going to paint the sides and the edges, but not the top and not the inside. I'm also going to do a Dollar Tree round, okay, in burgundy. So that is dry now. Now I'm going to take and put my sign where I want it, and I want it closer to the top because the bottom I'm going to be doing something with it. So I iron it all on, and then I make sure that all my edges, especially my edges, are glued down very well, because if not, I'll peel away and get messed up. So there's nice and smooth. And now I'm ready to paint. So I think I'm getting my paint. Yep. There, I'm showing you that I do the edges. I get into the picture. You see that? So I could blend in the picture. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is I made these offline. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like that I do it. I just take my Christmas colored twine that's red, green, and white, and I twist it and twist it. And then when I get to the bottom, I make like a little ball, and I twist that, and I glue that down. Then I take a little shoestring bow and attach that. Then here I'm taking some, I forget the name of the color. I always use that color all the time. And I dry brush it all over the every piece that I painted burgundy, I dry brush. And there I only show you just the one. All right, I don't show you how I do all three. Then here, this is a cute, you could also use this as an ornament. It would be cute. But all I do is I connect it to a pick, and then I put a little snowflake. Now I take a Dollar Tree garland and make a nice garland there. See, I was showing you that. And then I curl the tops, but leave the bottoms, the center, which will be the bottom. I leave that straight and I glue that part down. Then I cut two pieces about 12 inches in each, and I wrap them to the bottom part of it and then twirl and curl them up. Okay, I do the same thing to the other side. Then I take my little picks that I created and I tuck them in. I don't glue them down. I tuck them in and wrap them with the garland. Okay, I don't glue them down. Now I do glue the top part where the cracker is. I glue that down so it stays up, and you'll see that here in a few minutes. So I'm showing you how I do everything step by step here. I take it, see, I wrap it. I take it and I wrap it to the other branch, and then I take it and wrap it to the other branch. And then I sort them the way that I want to sort them, from highest to lowest. That one I wanted it a little bit lower, so I wrapped it a little bit more and brought it down lower. Okay, and then there's where I glue it. It's a little bit off camera, but I do pull it up so you can see where I glued it at, see? And then I pinch it. Now, I got these at Michael's last year. They were on sale, 40% off. And all I do is just do some loops, okay, and then pinch them together. I don't do no fancy bow or nothing. And I take that one, clip it, then I take the one with the candy, wrap that one, and then clip it. And then I take this one that is, glittery like, and I pinch that. No, I make a long loop on there, and then I clip it. You see that long loop? Because that's the one that's going to be hanging down. All right, so then I cut that long loop. Then I take that I had cut a piece of the glittery one, and I wrapped it in the center, and that's it. That's all I did. It was no fancy bow. I didn't do nothing. I just puff it out a little bit and I glue it to the bottom. Okay, and there we are. Now you'll see in the final reveal, which is coming up now, that I do some stuff. Oh, I put some puff paint on the top there of the sign, and then I put little dots of the white puff paint everywhere around the picture too. Okay, and then I put my sawtooth clip on because I wanted to be able to hang it too. And there is the bottom part, and what's nice about the bottom part is that one of those pot holders, and what I like is that it has wheels and it moves. All right, here's the final reveal. And there you see how I put the pot thing on the bottom, the black, so you can set it on top. Look at how nice. You can put it on your table, on top of a bar, and it'll look really pretty just sitting there. Nice. And there, I'm gonna go up close so you can see all the little decor. Isn't that so cute? They're so cute, and you could use them as ornaments too. You can make them into ornaments, which is really nice. Okay, so there's everything. And if you heard cars and birds chirping and all that, I'm sitting out back with the dogs, letting them get some air and stuff while I do my voiceover. And there goes the little cookie. I didn't show you the s'more cookie that I had made, and I wrapped it. I put it on there. I forgot about that too. But I did put it here in the final picture so you can see what it looked like. And then I'm going to show you the video of how it looks hanging up. So this is really, it came out really pretty. Now you got to check out this playlist. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. You got amazing crafters on here, and Brenda and Jackie. They're awesome creators, and they both love um, anything like this, like the s'mores and the gingies and stuff like that. But I love the way this came out. I was not going to do this collaboration, and at the last minute, I decided to do it. I had a cancellation in a collaboration that I was going to do, and it was s'mores themed, and I had this saved. Look at that. So it helped me with putting this together now for you guys for Christmas. Isn't that amazing? So there it is. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I hope you enjoyed my video. And check out the playlist. There's some amazing crafters. And also down in the description box below, there's the playlist. Also, both hosts, Brenda's and Jackie's channel links. Also that I have there is my buy me a coffee link. Okay, here I posted. If you want to screenshot it, you can, and it'll take you right to buy me a coffee. If you want to give any donations, any little bit helps, and it really does help. Right now I'm struggling a little bit with finances and stuff, and actually crafting all my stash because I really can't afford to keep buying supplies. But if you do decide, I mean, you don't have to, but it's greatly appreciated, okay? And there's a QR code if you want to do that. If not, I have my Cash App also down in the description down below. You can go into there and you could click on that, and I'll take you right to my Cash App, and you can donate that way, or you can go on my email and email me, and we could talk about how you could send me stuff if you want, or challenge me to create something for you. Okay, so don't forget to like, share, and comment. Also subscribe, okay, because I'm trying to make it to 500 by Christmas, and I need subscribers. Let your friends and family know, okay? So thank you for watching, and you have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow in tomorrow's collaboration. Bye bye.